I am headed in to do observation sit on a little track that I scouted the other day. I'm going to go in here and set up my saddle and get my camera arm set up and everything and try to, as best I can, see if I can't get a little bit of footage of some deer. And more than anything, what I'm trying to do is figure out where these deer are coming from. I'm not real sure about this area. It's a place I've never hunted before. I don't know where the deer are coming out of the bedding and going out into feed. And I'm just going to sit for a while this evening and kind of see if I can't get a good idea where these deer are coming from and how they're moving through this area. Alright, well, I made it to the public and I am walking in here to the spot that I'm wanting to hunt, and like I said, I'm just going to throw up an observation sit and try to get a better idea of what the movement looks like in this area. So I'll let you guys check out where I'm walking in. Real pretty big open hardwood bottom right here, and I'm going to follow this up to a ridge on the edge of a bedding area that I believe these deer are frequenting pretty regular, and hopefully find a good spot to set up and just kind of watch and see what I find. So I'll keep you guys posted. Alright guys, I made it back in here to the spot that I'm wanting to hunt. It's really not that far from the vehicle, but I was being really intentional with my footsteps, making sure I didn't make any noise coming in here, and just trying to be as quiet as I could. I'm actually slipping along the edge of a bedding area right now, and I haven't spooked anything yet, knock on wood, but hopefully I can get in here and find a tree to get up real quick and do a little observation sit and maybe see some deer. Alright, well, I just went to get my saddle out of the pack and realized that I left my tether in my other pack. So looks like I'm going to be observing from the ground today. This spot looks really good. I'm seeing a whole lot of sign, a lot of acorns on the ground, and a lot of travel on the ground as well. The trails are pretty beat down and look really good, so probably just going to sit in this little area right here and watch and see if I see anything for an hour or two, and then head back to the car. But I'll keep you guys posted. So I sat right here on the hillside glassing this bottom for about the last 2 hours now, and I haven't had any luck. Like I said, there's a lot of good sign in here, a lot of fresh sign, but there's also an abundance of food, and I'm not 100% where these deer are currently eating and stopping to browse, and I didn't see anything while I was here. That doesn't mean that there's not anything coming through here regular, but I just didn't see it this morning or this evening. But it's looks really good, and I'm definitely going to hunt this spot. I actually marked 2 different trees in this area that I can pretty easily get up and hunt out of. I think it's going to be a great spot. There's just an unbelievable amount of acorns in here, and the trails, like I said, are just beat down big time. So I feel pretty confident in this spot, and I definitely think you guys are going to get to see this place again. Currently where I'm at right now, I just walked down the hill, and there's a road bed, an old maybe logging road of some sort right here, and there's a looks like they did a controlled burn in here several years back, and this road bed is really clear, and these deer are definitely walking down where this opening is right here, and I don't know if you can see that right behind me. Probably not, but I'll turn around and pan right here where it opens right here behind me. So there's a really good road bed running right here, and it's running parallel to this big ditch over my shoulder, and I'll try to zoom in there and show that to you. There's a big ditch right there, and I believe that it's holding water. In a lot of places it's really deep, and it's definitely holding water, and I'm sure these deer are coming out of here feeding and going down there and getting water out of that creek. And I think they're bedding up on this hillside behind me, and I'll zoom in on that for you guys. So I think they're bedding right there, and just based off of the wind directions and everything, it's a pretty good transition line at the top of that hill. And I found a bunch of trails coming out of that transition where this hardwood bottom turns into soft timber. There's a lot of pines and cedars up there on that ridge, and I'm certain those deer are bedding on either side of this hillside and watching this bottom and coming down in here to eat, because they don't have to go very far for food at all. It's like I say, you can't hardly step without stepping on acorns or walnuts in here. So pretty sure they got plenty of food. But like I said, I feel confident I'll see deer in this area, and hopefully I'll be able to get some good footage in here for the season, and maybe you guys will get to see me back at the stand in here. Well, I just made it back to the car. Nothing interesting happened on the way out. I did find some fresh droppings here right before you get out to the road. I looked at another tree that I might want to climb up, but other than that, nothing new. It was still think it was a successful scouting trip. Found a lot of good sign, got a lot of good information on the area. At least I have a good idea where these deer are traveling at least sometime during the year. So hopefully I'll be able to get in here during season and make it happen. Thank you guys.